I found my CTO's resume in the copy room by accident. What I discovered destroyed his career, and I still don't know if I was right to expose him, but I need you to tell me. What would you have done? I found it on a Tuesday. Not the executive suite copy room with the fancy color printer and the espresso machine, the regular copy room. The one that smells like toner and desperation, where the machine jams every third page and nobody ever refills the paper. I was making copies of expense reports, thrilling stuff, when I noticed someone had left a document face down on the glass. Standard office protocol. You take a peek to figure out whose it is so you can return it. Good citizenship and all that. I flipped it over. It was a resume, Michael Garrett's resume. Now, you have to understand, Michael Garrett wasn't just anyone. He was our chief technology officer, the guy who'd supposedly revolutionized data architecture at 3 Fortune 500 companies before landing at our firm 2 years ago. The man who spoke at conferences, who had venture capitalists on speed dial, whose ideas had transformed our entire platform. He made $700,000 a year, not counting stock options. His resume said he had a PhD in computer science from MIT, class of 2008. I'd heard him mention it. Everyone had. Back when I was doing my doctoral research at MIT, it was part of his origin story, his credibility, the foundation of everything. I almost put it back, almost walked away, but something made me look closer. The formatting was off. Not wrong exactly, just inconsistent. The font changed halfway through. The margins were weird. It looked like someone had pieced together a document from multiple sources, like a ransom note made from magazine cutouts. I took a photo with my phone. I don't know why. Insurance, maybe. Then I placed the original back on the glass and left. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about that resume, about the sloppy formatting. Michael was meticulous. His presentations were flawless. His code documentation was poetry. He wouldn't create a resume that looked like a freshman's first attempt at Microsoft Word. At 2 a.m., I opened my laptop. MIT has public records for PhD graduates. I found the database and searched for Michael Garrett, Computer Science 2008. Nothing. I tried 2007, 2009. I tried computer engineering, electrical engineering. I went back to 2005 and forward to 2012. No Michael Garrett. My hands were shaking. I told myself there could be explanations. Database errors, name changes. Maybe he'd gone by a different name back then. Maybe I was searching wrong. I found MIT's alumni directory. You could search by degree and year. I went through every single computer science PhD from 2006 to 2010, reading names, looking at thumbnail photos where available. Michael Garrett did not have a PhD from MIT. I called in sick the next day. I needed to think. The thing was, Michael was good at his job, really good. Our platform had been a mess before he arrived, a Frankenstein's monster of legacy code and duct tape solutions. Within 18 months, he'd restructured everything. We'd gone from constant crashes to 99.9% uptime, from losing clients to signing Fortune 500 contracts. He earned that $700,000, PhD or not. But he'd lied. On his resume, in interviews, in staff meetings, probably to the board of directors. He'd built his entire career on a fabrication. And if he'd lied about MIT, what else had he lied about? Stanford undergrad? His work at those Fortune 500 companies? Just MIT, just the PhD, just the one lie. But what a lie! I spent the day digging. LinkedIn, news articles, press releases, everything checked out, except I couldn't verify the degree. Stanford confirmed he'd graduated 2004, computer science. The companies he'd listed all showed him in their press releases from the right years. Just MIT, just the PhD, just the one lie. But what a lie! Friday morning, I went back to work. Michael was in the kitchen making coffee when I arrived. "Hey, Sarah, haven't seen you around. Everything okay?" "Just a bug," I said. "I'm fine now." He smiled that easy smile, the one that had charmed investors and engineers alike. "Good to hear. Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you about the Henderson data pipeline. Got a minute later? Sure, I said. My voice sounded normal. That surprised me. I watched him walk away, coffee in hand, completely unaware that I knew, that I had evidence on my phone, that I could destroy him with a single email to HR. The question kept me up for 3 more nights. What was I going to do? Option 1, nothing. Keep my head down, do my job, pretend I never saw that resume. Michael was a good CTO. The company was thriving. Why torpedo all of that over a degree that functionally didn't matter? Option 2, anonymous tip. Send what I knew to HR from a burner email. Let them handle it. Keep my hands clean, my name out of it. Option 3, confront him directly. Give him a chance to explain, maybe to come clean on his own terms. Option 4, go straight to the CEO. Nuclear option, whistleblown, consequences be damned. I was leaning towards option 1. I really was. Then I attended the all-hands meeting on Monday. Michael was presenting our 5-year technology roadmap. Brilliant, as always, visionary. The board was eating it up. We'd be hiring 50 new engineers over the next 2 years, expanding into AI and machine learning, becoming an industry leader. And I know we can do this, he said, advancing to his final slide, because I've seen it before. At MIT, during my doctoral research, we tackled problems exactly like these. We thought we were just writing papers, but we were building the future. The room applauded. I felt sick. It wasn't just that he lied, it was that he kept lying. Every time he invoked that PhD, he was defrauding everyone in the room, investors who'd trusted his credentials, employees who'd been inspired by his story, candidates who'd been rejected for positions because they didn't have the qualifications that Michael himself didn't have. After the meeting, I went back to my desk and wrote an email to our CEO, Patricia Wen. I attached the photo, I attached my research, I kept it factual, no ideologizing. Just, I discovered this by accident, verified it's accurate, and thought you should know. My finger hovered over the send button for 5 full minutes. I pressed it. Patricia called me into her office 2 hours later. Close the door, she said. Her face was unreadable. I sat, my heart was hammering so hard I thought she might hear it. This is accurate, she asked, gesturing to her screen. You verified all of this. Yes, I have screenshots from MIT's database. I can show you. I believe you. She leaned back in her chair, rubbing her temples. Jesus Christ. We sat in silence for a moment. Are you going to fire me? I asked. She was startled. Fire you? For what? I don't know, snooping, causing trouble? Patricia laughed, but there was no humor in it. Sarah, you found evidence of fraud. That's not causing trouble. That's doing exactly what you should do. She paused. Though I wish to God you hadn't. What happens now? Now I have to tell the board, and they're going to lose their minds. She looked at me, really looked at me. This stays between us for now. Understood? If this leaks before we have a plan, it could tank our stock price, kill deals in progress, destroy morale. We need to handle it carefully. I nodded. Thank you for bringing this to me, she said. I mean it. This took courage. I didn't feel courageous. I felt like I was going to throw up. Michael was gone within a week. The official announcement said he was pursuing other opportunities and thanked him for his valuable contributions. Very corporate, very sanitized. But word spread anyway. It always does. Someone on the board told someone who told someone, and within 2 weeks, the whole company knew. The whispers in the break room, the speculation on Slack, the nervous jokes about resume padding. Some people were angry at Michael. Others were angry at me, though they didn't say it to my face. I'd torpedoed a talented executive over a technicality. I'd put the company at risk. I was a snitch, a troublemaker, someone who couldn't leave well enough alone. Patricia promoted me to senior analyst with a 20% raise for integrity. It didn't feel like a win. 6 months later, I was still at Meridian. Michael had landed at a startup, a lesser position, I heard, and for less money, but he'd landed. The company had survived the scandal. Our new CTO was competent, if not visionary. Life went on. But I think about that resume sometimes, about the copy room, the random chance that put me there at that exact moment, about all the small decisions that led to Michael's unraveling, his choice to lie, his choice to leave that document on the glass, my choice to look, my choice to investigate, my choice to tell. I still don't know if I did the right thing. I just know I couldn't do anything else. So now I'm asking you, was I right? Should competence matter more than credentials? Or is lying on your resume a line you can never come back from? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you've got your own workplace ethics dilemma, subscribe and share your story. I read every single comment. And who knows, maybe your situation will be the next one we explore.